Okay, I want to welcome everyone to the Essential Skincare class, which will be led by the amazing Jules Impiccini and Roxanne, and they will be spotlighting one of doTERRA's main facial care products that is called Veragé. It's a Veragé collection. And Jules is an amazing leader on my team. She has been with us for how many years?
Since 2015.
2016. So she's really good friends with Roxanne and Jules. I'm going to turn it over to you since you are leading this class with Roxanne.
All right. So thank you very much. And I just want to acknowledge that Susie's with us here as well. And Susie and I have this week hosted some more coming into our area. And due to the rain, that didn't happen. So we're on these beautiful kind of virtual classes. So yes, I'm just acknowledging us in all areas where we are. I do want to acknowledge Roxy. Roxy and I are both parents of students who attended or attend St. Francis. My child's no longer there, and then went on to Tannum High, and that's how we know each other. And also, we both have a keen interest in the spiritual world and its many facets, and astrology and making potions. And you can often find us at markets together. But the one thing I learned when I met Roxanne was that she knows about skincare. And I'll let Roxy tell you a little bit about herself. But she knows about skincare, and she knows about what the skin needs. And when she had a close look at our range and the Veragé in particular, she got extremely excited. So I'm just going to pass over to you for a moment, Roxy, just to introduce yourself, and then we'll carry on from there.
All right, thanks, Jules. Just so that you know, I have 3 diplomas. I have a UK diploma, international diploma, and a South African diploma in health and skincare. If you break it down to what the Australians know, it's like a personal trainer and a beauty therapist in one. I did a lot of my thesis on aging. So I had to do a thesis, and my focus was a lot about aging, how they recreate bacteria, what can be done with it, stem cell research, a lot of that type of stuff. So, and I did aromatherapy massages and studied oils and that. So meeting up with Jules and getting back into the passion of oils and facial products. And the best way I tested the product for the first time, I believe it was a serum. And because my hands are highly dehydrated at the back, that's the easiest way I could test. Put it on, let it dry, and you can notice instantly the change. And that's what got to me. And that's how I was like, yes, this is the product.
That's awesome. And I actually remember when we met, one of the things that you said to me, Roxy, was I have to be careful about products that I use because it has sensitivities. And I was like, oh, wait till you try doTERRA products. I know so much like in the using of it, and now you know the science behind it. So I often say to people, trust the science, but it's all in using the product. So today we've got a spotlight on the doTERRA Veragé collection, and you may be joining us and you have your skincare range. When I was younger, I would go to Maya Centre and purchase the Clarins and the Shiseido ranges, and I would spend a fortune. You probably have done something similar. And I'd love those products, and it was the chief gift of every year was that my mother would buy me Shiseido makeup or Shiseido skincare or the Clarins range. But with doTERRA, it's not just essential oils, as we know, it's also supplements and it's also personal care. So when I found out that doTERRA had the Veragé collection, as well as this essential collection, I was amazed and thought, yes. And the other thing was the price. the price is so economical. And if you know skincare, you'll appreciate this as we promote this product towards the end of the class as well. So some key questions about understanding your skin. What are some things you love about the skin you are in? The skin we are in is it. It's how we present every day. You know, you might have had problem skin. I know when I was growing up, I had blemishes galore. As my face scarred very, very quickly and very, very easily. And also I had 3 bouts. Once when I was a child and 2 bouts when I was an adult of chickenpox. And of course, we know where that can lead once you get continual bouts of chickenpox, but a lot of scarring around my face. So I was particularly drawn to the serum as well, which we're going to talk about. So you may be here. I'd like you to think about your skin and what are some of the things you'd like to improve. Now, common skin issues, we can see there, people have redness, they have scars, breakouts, brown spots, and aging. And we can also see on the right-hand side, there are some essential oils that if you meet a wellness advocate, they will say, oh, frankincense is great for the skin, and helichrysum and yarrow pom and correct-x. So we've got that whole range of essential oils that are our go-to as well. Some of the products are in 15 ml bottles, some are in 30 ml bottles, some are in 10 ml rollers. And when we come to the rollers, they aren't diluted, so keep that in mind. And I often say to someone who is going to invest in our rollers that you might like to split those products up and add fractionated coconut oil. You use it as you see. But so the essential oils do cater for all of these common skin issues. Now, you will have heard at some point about our Lifelong Vitality pack. And one of the things that Lifelong Vitality helps with, this 3-pack supplement, is the skin. I love this slide because it's beauty from the inside out. And, you know, if we eat rubbish, rubbish is going to come out. That's what's going to come out of our, you know, our skin. The toxins will come out. But there are some foundational skin nutrients that are actually in our Lifelong Vitality pack. So I thought this was great. You can see the list there, some of the words I can't even pronounce, but, you know, there's the key ones that we identify with there. Those nutrients are in our Lifelong Vitality pack. So not only do we need to be mindful of what we're eating, the water intake, but we also need to be mindful of the supplements that we take and how they support our skin, and Lifelong Vitality does that indeed. Also, we have yarrow pom new to the scene, and you can see there with the grapeseed, the vitamin C, and essential for collagen production. So that's another supplement that we can use. Our Terrazyme, our PB Assist, and that focus on water. So supplementation, nutrition, water needs to be a given when we're looking at our skin regime. But what we wanted to look at today was what's on offer with our skincare line. And we are going to hone in particular to the Veragé. So you can see we have actually 3 systems. The first one, all natural ingredients are ideal for the aging skin. The second one, the HD Clear Facial Kit, normally for our teenagers, but some people with still problematic skin will use it as well. And then we have our third one there, the Essential Collection, which is, it can be all-rounder. Now, we want to focus on Veragé today, and we're going to have a little bit of fun, and we thought we might do a little bit of a demonstration. So this is the Veragé collection. It's made up of 4 key ingredients or 4 key products. And we've got our cleanser, we've got our toner, we have our serum, and we have our moisturizer. Pay particular attention to the hydrating serum, because if you know Celubel, or as it's known in America, Immortelle, you will know that this hydrating serum is like pure gold. And I actually have customers who say to me, I just need more hydrating. I just need more hydrating serum. And I say to them, well, you just may as well buy the whole collection for an extra $1. That's how economical it is. So, but people love this, and they would buy gallons and gallons of this hydrating serum because of what's in it. And Roxanne, did you say that was what you tested on the back of your hand to start off with?
Yeah, because when you came over with everything after I signed up, You went through, you brought all your facial stuff, and then that's the first
Yes.
thing I tested, because the best way to tell, because everyone's hands are dehydrated. The amount of times we wash it, especially with COVID, it is the best way to test on the back of your hand how quickly it absorbs and those lines plump up.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we're going to do a mini facial online, and I've got Susie and Zamora here as well, and Roxy's going to demonstrate. And Susie and Zamora, please feel free to chime in at any time during the mini facial with your bits and pieces and things that you know, because we're all wealth of information. We're a tribe of ladies hanging out together, and actually there may be some men who join us today as well. And skincare is big for men now. You know, they want to take care of their best face forward as well. All right, so we're going to have a look at the very first part of the system, and that is the Veragé cleanser. I'm going to hand it over to Roxy to get us started with the cleanser.
All right, I'm just standing up so I can see better, but I've got
Okay.
to print it out here so I can read it. I'm going to start with only 2 products out of each of the lines, just to explain, because I finding products that not everyone's heard about as well brings it more to light how good this product is and what we can focus on. I have a highly sensitive skin, so I'm allergic to anything citrus, pineapples, avocados, honeys. So my skin is highly sensitive. My body reacts quite quickly. To find a line that I'm not overreacting to, because I'm used to stripping my skin back to the bare minimum with chemicals and abrasions and stuff. And to find a line that I don't have to do that is fantastic. So
Awesome.
I am going to go through the facials, and I'm going to start off with a wash. I'm going to talk about the basil oil. Just let me know if I'm too slow or too fast. Yes.
I just want to comment for those that are watching the video that we will put the link to these ingredient sheets in the comments of the YouTube video so that you can get a closer look at them. I know that they're really small, and so for those of you that don't have, you know, bionic eyes, like all of us, we will put those in the comments so that you can see them and know what Roxy's talking about. Okay.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's why I printed it out
Thanks
so
for
I
that.
could read it easier.
I do apologize.
No, it happens.
Yeah.
All right. So basil oil is an anti-inflammatory benefits that may have effective on reducing acne, irritation, and other skin irritations. So that's what I love about this range. I have a very oily, complex skin. I always break out. You can ask Jules. I walk around with constant little red dots and breakout. And to find something that sort of calms that all down, that is not a stripping acne treatment, is fantastic, because those all dehydrate the skin and make it worse. So to find a range that is gentle and nice is fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was just going to say, one of the things that with the basil, it's very herby in its scent, but because of that wild orange, it kind of balances it. So some people have that sensory overload when they smell the basil as well. But knowing that it has that antiseptic quality as well, antibacterial quality is, you know, worth its weight in gold. And especially for if you've got teenagers who do have that problematic skin as well, or even women at our age or men.
Yes, and I have a habit of touching my face constantly. And because of the basil oil, it's got antifungal and antibacterial qualities. It stops a lot of that just building up on the skin too. And it brightens and refreshes the skin's dull skin. And with massaging and diluting a few drops, even into like a normal face wash or something, if you don't have like, you have a preferred range, it helps to just benefit their skin. So even if you can get the oil on itself or just massage it in when your face is like feeling extra yuck, my best advice is to mix it in with jojoba, because jojoba oil supports the skin and works with the skin instead of against the skin.
Absolutely.
And
Wow, that is
the natural
it's a great
preservative.
tip. Face washer, basil, hot water. I never thought of that. So that's a great idea as well. And
Yeah,
how do
so
you
if
go
you've
with the
got like
wild
extra
orange scent?
breakouts, just extra basil. Just wash it through.
You know, I have
How
to
do you go with
say,
the wild orange in this product and the citrus?
Veragé is the line that I started with when I started to explore the products of doTERRA, and I did not appreciate the cleanser. Like I had no experience with facial care prior to doTERRA. And so, you know, I would just read you know, it says cleanser. And so I'm like, oh, well, that must mean I must cleanse my face with it. But I really didn't have the appreciation for one, the ingredients that were in it until I understood more about the oils. But in relationship to facial care, I am learning so much already from you, Roxy. Like seriously, I'm so excited. Go on.
No, that's all right. Thank you. That's why I'm so passionate. Like I went into this beauty industry because a lot of it was I'm excellent at massaging. I can key in on everyone's issues straight away without really touching them. As well as I have a compulsive obsessive disorder where I pick. So I needed to do something where I can try and protect my skin, but also feel good about myself. And this is the way I could do it. I grew up with a father, single dad. I had no idea of how to be a woman. I went into the beauty industry to become a woman.
Wow,
And this is where I started. Now, the
that's
second
beautiful.
ingredient, before we get off track, the second ingredient that I'm going to talk about is the orange peel. So a lot of people are scared and skeptical about photosynthesis to it. But if you look at the ingredient list, it specifically states concerns on various sources. Under there, it will say is photosensitivity, that with the product and from doTERRA being a pure source and how they manufacture everything and process it reduces all that. The only thing is cleansing time is a small time or limited on the skin so that you're not exposing yourself to all the extra things. But why do we have the orange peel, the citrus in there? Is because it scavenges free radicals. Free radicals is a pollution in the skin. So what it does is it's like a ball and a little Pac-Man comes and it keeps eating. So to stop that, you put a barrier which stops the free radicals. And those are your free radical factors. I can't think right now, sorry, my voice. But it stops those Pac-Man eating action or slows it down. It doesn't reverse it always, but it slows it down. And that's what we want to do, especially with acne scarrings and pigmentations and wrinkles. That slows that process down.
Absolutely.
But
Roxy, just while you get your voice back a little bit, and if you have a glass of water, I'm just going to ask Susie a
that's
question.
my on guard drops here, so I can keep going. I'm just going to keep eating them away because I've been having my on guard things. I've been battling with a lung infection, so my voice is in and out. But I said
Okay.
I will be here this morning because I could do it.
Oh, that's the way. Thank you so much. And let us just say the reason why we actually had to sort of not have the in-persons in the Gladstone, Tanham, Agnes area was the so many things just went wrong. So thank you so much, Roxy, for being here. Susie, was there anything you wanted to add about the Veragé at this point? The cleanser?
I love this cleanser. It's a cleanser that you use in the shower. So you just leave it in the shower, put one squirt is all you need into your hand, and massage it around, let it sit on for a few minutes, like Roxy's saying, just to get the added benefit of all the goodness in there, and then wash it off. It's so easy. My 12-year-old has been using it for the last couple of years as well, and it's made a difference to her skin because she's just sort of started with the puberty stage. So yeah, it's really good to keep her skin. I know when she's not using it because I can see her skin and how different it looks when she hasn't used it. So yeah, it's a product that I always have a spare one of.
Yeah, and can I just say that my teenage sons would steal mine as well. They'd come down to the bathroom and it'd be missing. I'd have to come upstairs and there I'd find it all like, they've squeezed the last bit out of it. And then they go, Mum, when are you getting some more of that cleanser in? So it is an all-rounder. Oh, there you go. We've got
Yes.
similar experiences. Back to
And
you, Roxy.
the best thing about it is because of the orange peel in there, as well, like the basil, it's it stops or inhibits the growth of the bacteria and the fungus. It helps with promoting the skin clarity, fights inflammation, acne, and keeps our skin looking fresh. So all those extra benefits with the basil, like if you are not full on broken acne or getting prone to acne, I would go for it. Straight to there, not the other ones, straight to that one, because it has all those benefits of hydration, as well as all the antibacterial and fungals in there from all the oils. Because when our skin gets dehydrated, it produces more oils. And I'll talk more about that with the other products because I will get to there.
Yes, and also let's note that there's tea tree in there as well.
Yes.
So that's why I popped those oils up there so we could see the wild orange, the basil, the tea tree. Lots of people know about tea tree and lavender for skin. So tea tree being that antibacterial product that
We have a hand up, Jules.
Yes, what is it, Samora? Chime in.
I am just so flippin' excited. As you know, I spent some time in Utah, and Utah is extremely dry, and I've never had such dry skin as when I was there for a period of time. I mean, I was putting every product I can think of on me, and it was still sucking me dry. And I didn't even, like, I hate to even admit this, being, who I am, but I didn't even think to use this line. I was using the other line, the all around line, and I was going through moisturizers and all kinds of other products that like crazy. And what I noticed was, and I know, dry, you mentioned some of the effects of having dry skin, but the one thing that you didn't mention that I will is I felt like I aged 10 years. And I was like, what is going on? Like, so this excites me. I'm seriously, this is going to be, and I know oftentimes we say this when we get excited, but I am seriously ordering the Veragé kit this month.
Yeah, this is your
I am
next
just
order.
so excited right now.
That's great. So, Roxy, will we move on to the next one?
Before we do, I'm going to wash my face and show you how to use the cleanser.
Okay, lovely.
So
Let's have a
before any
demonstration.
facial, you have to clean your hands because you don't want to be adding extra dirt or bacteria to your face. And I am in my bathroom right now to demonstrate. So I'm making sure my hands are all nice and clean because we don't want to be adding extra dirt and stuff to the face. And we don't want to have anything that's under the nails adding to it. So what I do is, Jules, I don't know if you can put onto my screen.
Let me
So
just see
everyone
if I
can
have
see
the magic
closer.
touch.
So,
How do I do that?
You stop sharing.
Stop sharing? Okay, here we go.
all right. Awesome. So what I'm doing is I'm just wetting my face. I'm not overly drenching it. With this product, all you need literally is one pump. But when you apply products, these 3 fingers above those lines, that's all you use. Every product is those that where your line creases with your finger knuckle, that's every time you use, nothing more. Otherwise, you're wasting all your products on your hand itself, not on your face.
I didn't know that.
That's a great tip.
I've just got one pump. All I do is I rub it between my fingers and go. And as you see, it will go lather up.
Wow.
And you only need one. Because the product is so rich, and so full of nutrients and stuff. You do not need much. When you have makeup, do not use wipes, please. Get an aqueous cream, put it on your face, rub it into the makeup, wash it off with water, then do 2 washes of this facial. That way you are not stripping the skin of anything. You are getting the makeup off easier because it helps remove the oils easier. And by washing your skin twice, you're removing everything. So as you can see, I'm using only those parts and massaging around my face. Now, when you wash your...
Do you do that twice? You wash it twice?
Yes. Normally I would, if it's no makeup, I just wash once.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. So I'm just going to quickly remove.
I love, Susie, how you talked about how you just keep that in the shower, you know, like it's so easy. It's there, like shampoo, conditioner, cleanser. And that's one thing I do want to talk about, people not using their products because they don't put them in the spaces where they need to be. So that's just, we all need to remember, cleanser goes there, lavender piece goes next to the bed, you know, our lemon wild orange is in the kitchen, but have it ready so you are set up to succeed. How's your face feel, Roxy?
So what I love about it is, you know, a lot of the soaps make your skin feel very like tacky and dry. This doesn't happen with this range. It feels soft. It doesn't feel tight. It doesn't feel like it's cracking anywhere where you find with a lot of those products. And because it's not like a strong pungent smell, it feels very refreshed on the skin. All right, we can go back to the slide and we can go to the ingredients list on the toner.
Okay,
and we can
I hope
discuss
this
it
works.
then.
Okay, and now, drop the current slide. Do we have I done this correctly?
Yes, you got the toner. Is the next one.
Okay, oh, yes, so the next one, there we go. There's the toner,
Yes.
Veragé toner. And look at that ingredients list, aloe vera, witch hazel, which I know you're going to really share about today, Roxy. Ylang Ylang Palmarosa, bit of a shock, isn't it, to see Palmarosa in there? And Palmarosa came out in 2020 for doTERRA, and it made its entrance into the doTERRA range, and cypress. Okay, so that's the list. The Ylang Ylang flower oil is my favorite in this list. And of course, the aloe vera, we know, you know, passed down through the ages, aloe vera is great for skin. It's great for burns, any skin conditions. And then the Palmarosa, I know a little bit about Palmarosa, and its properties are similar to our rose, but not completely. And then the cypress. So, Roxy, what have you got to share about the Veragé toner? And we might also throw to Susie, because I think she'll know a fair bit as well. And if anyone likes more, if you want to chime in, do that as well. We'll go to Roxy first. What do you need in a toner?
All right. So let's talk about toners first. Why do we need toners? Toners are there to balance out the pH, to add hydration to the skin, because as you saw, I've just wiped my face after a cleanse or dabbed it. To maintain the serum absorption as well as the creams, we need to maintain the hydration in our skin. So that's keeping it moist. If you run out of toner, just make sure your skin's damp, but it's not going to add all the extra benefits that it needs there. The important thing about toner is to got witch hazel, which is good because if you have a slight infection on your skin, the face wash can tingle a little bit. It will not burn, but it will tingle. And the best thing about the toner is with that witch hazel is an anti-inflammatory and it soothes the skin. So you get that instant calming straight after the facial. So if there's any kind of irritation there from a breakout or bacteria that's forming on the skin, that will calm it straight down. So especially with those teenagers or anyone that has the breakout, washes their face and they say it's tingling or it feels like it's stinging, put the toner on. Calms it right down. Yep.
And it's fantastic because it's spray that toner. Now,
Yes.
we used to have a toner back in the 70s and 80s, and probably, Susie, you remember this. It was called 1006. And it was a stringent toner, and you used to put it on your face to zap your zits. And it was so strong, and it'd burn your face. And it was called an astringent toner, 1006. Do you remember that, Susie? You do? Yeah. So this one is not like that at all. It's very, very calming, very, very soothing. And the big thing about toner was always, we were told, tone to refine your pores. That was the message that was passed down. Susie, did you want to add anything more to the conversation on the toner?
Okay, so this toner is beautiful. How we use it in our house is like once we jump out of the shower, our face is still wet. So Aria gets a little, we get a little makeup, like a reusable makeup pad, a cloth makeup pad. And I just tell her to put a little bit of water on it because your face does need to be wet. You know, you're still out of the shower, you're getting out of the shower, your face is still wet, but she sprays into the makeup pad, just one spray, and then wipes her face clean. And then that way she's getting any, with the cloth, she's getting anything that she didn't get in the shower off, and she's toning her skin at the same time and adding these products to it. And that works really well for her. I also use it in a different way too. I do that, but I also use this as a refresher through the day. So if I'm feeling a bit icky or I've been outside working and just need to freshen up a bit, I'll just come and spray some on my face, and it just helps me feel a bit nicer, just refreshes my face, I guess, makes me feel good. So yeah,
I love that. I love the fact that you can just spritz yourself, and if I'm out of deodorant, I go.
And the other thing I've started people doing before we received the sprays, like the On Guard spray and the Terra Shield, the Terra Armor spray, is we would use this and add the oils to it, and then they could use it as an alternative spray too. So
yeah, that's fabulous. And I just want to say it's reusable. I have just, refilled it, taken the wrapping off it and used it that way as well. So you can use that spray bottle as long as it keeps pumping.
That's a great idea.
All right. So Roxy, how are you using it?
So I use it as just a toner, but you can use it between setting makeup. So with makeup, moisture helps hold the foundation and powders in place. So you can use it between each step to help set the face, giving the extra benefits of moisturizing and treating the face with care. So it can help with the setting processes of makeup.
And Roxy, do you spray it at a certain height then for the makeup?
You just I just do it like maybe like 30 centimeters away.
Yeah.
And what
I've
I do
never heard of that.
5 before I do the next step. So you let it actually set, because like anything, if you go in the rain and your face touches that makeup and it dries, you will not get that mascara or eyeliner off your face until that makeup's off. And that's the same principle with the misting.
Wow, there you go. So if you want to set your makeup, you're spraying that. Okay,
Yes,
shall we move on to the next one?
So the next ingredient I'm going to talk about is the propanetol, dōTERRA. I don't know how to pronounce it, sorry.
Yeah.
It's a natural emulsion that is moisturizing to the skin. So when applied topically, it reduces the water loss and leaves your skin feeling softer. So when you apply it, it's best to spray it on and then go to the next step, because you don't want to add anything or try and strip it off the skin. So when you just spray it on, it's sitting there ready for the next step to add those extra ingredients.
Okay, yes.
So that's why they went to the spray formation instead of like the old days where it was the cotton pad on the plate and then you wipe it on. So it just adds that extra benefit without the extra chemicals and the mechanics behind it.
And it makes sense because they used to say you don't just cleanse and tone, you need to add some moisture back in there. And
Yes.
so that's the reason why.
And the
All
purpose
right,
of the
so
toner is balancing out the pH and not to cleanse. That's why the cleanser's there, and then the toner's to balance out the skin and get it to the next level.
okay, excellent. Any other products that you wanted to talk? You mentioned the witch hazel. How do you
Yeah.
feel about the ylang ylang being in the toner?
So Lang Lang's got a lot of calming properties to it too. I haven't, because I've been sick, I haven't gone into everything. So I just thought I'd do two ingredients out of each of them.
That's fine.
Because the propanol is mentioned in the moisturizer, I thought I mentioned it here just to add the extra benefits as to why it's in there, because it helps
Okay.
hold that moisture in the skin.
All right. So shall we move on to the hydrating serum?
Yes, I'm just going to spray quickly my face with toner because my face is getting dry. So I'm just adding a bit of moisture on so that it absorbs better into the skin.
All right. So you're putting in the the toner.
Yes.
And I have to say, the last thing that I just did before I came online here was I had a quick shower, washed my face, did the toner, and then I put the Veragé on, and it just feels like magic. It's like, oh, so soft and clean. And I think that's, you want to wash your skin, do all of this ritual in the morning, and then you want to do it at night again, just so you can, feel this. But you look at the lineup of oils, jojoba oil, macadamia oil, obviously, but frankincense, Hawaiian sandalwood, the lavender, the myrrh, the helichrysum, and the rose. This is why this is called liquid gold, and why people will pay top dollar for it. And it's in the whole collection. So this is the magic oil for so many reasons. Samora.
You know what else I love is when I use this line and I hug somebody, they always comment on how good I smell.
Yeah. It's
Always.
that beautiful mix. All right. So you prepared your face for the toner with the toner, and
Yes.
then how would you go about using the Veragé?
So
The serum.
Stop
right
sharing.
straight in while the skin's moist, putting the oil on. You only need one. Because the skin's moist, you will not need more than one pump. That's what's nice about these products. They are so strong, so full of moisture and all that. You do not need to waste it. You can make it stretch and last longer if you don't overuse the product, because your skin will only absorb so much.
Yeah, I love that tip about just applying it here and then just move it around.
Yes. So when we go into, I'm going to speak a lot about jojoba, but I'm going to leave all the frankincense up to you, Jules, because it is your favorite little friend. And I'm just going to
The
go on about
hydrating
the
serum.
jojoba oil and tell you why jojoba oil. Because there is so much jojoba oil that people don't understand how beneficial it is and why is it beneficial. So jojoba oil is the only plant that stores liquid wax in its seed. Doesn't have to be extracted, emulsified, taken out of cold compress, heat press, all those things. It is in the seed itself. And it shares the same molecular structure as the natural oils found in the human skin, making it more receptive to receiving the nutrients and the vitamins and everything, and antioxidants, and restores the balance to help the skin behave as it should. So it doesn't fight against the skin to put those products in, it works with the skin. So it's not fighting itself. It's not trying to work against the skin. It is meshing and gelling with the skin.
Wow. That's beautiful. I didn't know that about the jojoba oil.
Yeah.
And then just the magic you've got the macadamia oil in there as well. So jojoba macadamia seed oil.
So
The
it
ester's
will
been very
piggy
calming.
back onto the jojoba. Jojoba will help with everything getting better into the skin. So it piggybacks onto the jojoba.
Okay, lovely. All right. So then the
So
magic oils, the frankincense, very
I'm still
soothing
got
to the
more.
skin.
Sorry, Jules.
Yes, keep going.
All right, so it is because it helps. Jojoba helps fix the skin. There is quite a bit to it. The jojoba, because of its natural ester in our skin, the skin's sebum contains 30% of the waxes of ester. So it mimics the same waxes our skin produces. So jojoba's wax, ester, and our skin ester are the same. And that's how it helps with it. So the ester is responsible for the skin plumping, maintaining open pores, and cleaning the skin, resulting in an over healthy complexion. So that's why when we have all the blackheads and that, using jojoba will help clear that out too.
Wow. Well, I
So
did not know that.
jojoba is the only plant source that wax esters are able to replenish a lot of the ester in our own skin, recognizes jojoba as its own, and allows the golden liquid to penetrate deeper into our skin, where it's able to nourish the skin on regenerating skin layers. Because our skin has 5 layers, that first layer is just dead skin cells. So it looks like little tiles. And unless we can plump that up and get deeper, nothing's going to get in. And jojoba mimics that wax so it can go through those crevices a lot easier.
Wow. And so that means all of those other goodness, essential oils can penetrate into the skin.
Yes, and like the different oils, you got the different notes. So each one lasts for a different time, like 2 hours, a few days, or a week, depending on what you use and what note it is.
That is
Wow.
just amazing.
It's so amazing. Susie, did you want to chime in with anything? Because I know you've used this product for a while too. So
Yeah, I love this product. I love this product. I really struggle having to buy it individually when I run out, because it always runs out first. But I find what I've done is, in the past, if on a pinch, to sort of make it till the next purchase of the kit, I actually use the Immortel, because it's exactly the same oils. I don't have the goodness from the jojoba oil and the macadamia oil and the other things that are there, but it's something that I can supplement with until I get my kit back in like the next order.
And in fact, you could, if you could find the quality jojoba oil, and I think maybe Roxanne might be able to point us in that direction too. So, yeah, so that's why the jojoba oil is in this. Obviously, there's other things in this product as well. The frankincense is healing. The Hawaiian sandalwood, it's, calming to the skin, but it's also uplifting to our emotion. The lavender's calming, the myrrh is a nurturer, nurturing oil, the helichrysum is healing, and the rose. Why we love all of those oils, and then we're just nurturing ourselves with this beautiful, beautiful conglomeration of essences. Yeah, beautiful. So Maura, what about you and this product?
Well, I absolutely love the serum. I like, vulnerable admission here, which I said earlier, I really didn't know how to use all of the products. I mean, now I do, but this one I always knew how to use. And, I think it was Susie that mentioned using the Immortel, or maybe you mentioned using the Immortel. And what I have done in the past is I'm not such a big fan of squirting it out. So what I do is I keep my old Immortel and Soluble rollers, and then I transfer it into that and I roll it on. That's how I do it.
What a tip. So if you prefer to do it like that, and then there's a bit of, you know, acupressure there as well. Go
Yeah.
over those points. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. We're learning all different ways of using the product. All right, so we're going to move on to the last one. Now, I have an admission. So this is my admission. I use the cleanser, the toner, and serum, and I stop. So I just love that last feeling of the serum. But I'm interested to hear what everyone has to say about the moisturizer. And I will tell you one thing that I have learned since the Meta Power journey is about this sea buckthorn berry and collagen and things like that. And I'm starting to come around to this. It's also got geranium in it, which is an all-time favorite, the aloe vera, the coconut, and the juniper berry. So the juniper berry is very, very calming. So I'm starting to think, you know what, I could use this if I just want to finish with the serum. I could use this all over, you know, and be really liberal with it. All right, so I see Roxy's there. She's popped something on her face, and we'll
Yes,
throw
I've
to
got this
Roxy.
serum. So one pump is like heaps. It is more than enough to do like the face, the neck, the décolleté. That one little pump just goes everywhere. So what I did before, because I was sitting here for a while, I just wet my hands a bit, wet the skin, sprayed the toner just to reapply, just so it's nice and moist. And before we go on, while my skin's still nice and wet, I'm just going to add the moisturizer. So I'm just adding 1 pump to the tips of my fingers. And all I do is I'm just doing pats a bit around, and then I work it in just to make sure it gets everywhere and it's not sitting in one spot.
Did you see that little secret move? 1 pump.
Yeah, 1 pump, and then it's like pat around and then work it in.
And you're just pressing the skin, are you?
Yeah, so I
Rather than
press it in
pulling it.
first, and then I like massage it in. So always work out from your
Okay.
face, because that helps
Yeah.
us all with sinus drainages. It helps with not pulling the skin too much. And the trick is with any eye creams, see this finger, so that's my ring finger. Try and push as hard as you can with that finger, and then try with the others. Feel the pressure on your hand itself. That you cannot push as hard, and it is safer to work around the eyes with without causing damage. So that is the safest way to apply anything around the eyes, is with those two.
All right, that's a great
Yeah.
tip. Yes, Susie, did you want to talk about this moisturizer? Do you use this one in the 4-step lineup? How do you go?
I actually, this would probably be, I have to say, this is probably my favorite out of all of the products in this range. I love the serum, I love the cleanser, I love the toner, but the moisturizer just makes my face feel amazing. So if I can't tone and use the serum, I just cleanse and moisturize, and it just makes, it's amazing. You know, ultimately I do everything every day, but like right now I don't have everything with me because I'm away from home. So at the moment I don't even have my moisturizer, and it's driving me crazy. So I've got my Salubel, so I roll my Salubel on and I rub it around my face to moisturize my face, and that's what I'm using because I was unexpectedly away longer than my supply, my travel supply. But this product is, it's light, it's fantastic. Like, I have oily skin and it doesn't cause me to break out. It just closes, it closes off the cleansing, toning, it closes it all off, so your face is all ready for you to apply makeup or just go on and get on with your day. You don't have to worry about anything else. It just makes it feel so, I hate to say it, supple, the baby's bum, you know, like it's just a beautiful range. And
I like how you said it closes off the process, like it finalizes it. And it's like when you shampoo and condition your hair, the conditioner is finalizing the process. And people would say, oh, you've got to moisturize. And so, Roxy, can I ask a question then? In a lineup of the skincare, would you use the 4 in a row? And what would be, or would you use a serum maybe 3 times a week? Or how would you go?
I
What
would
would be
use
your
the serum
recommendation?
every day,
Every
twice a
day.
day. So the
Yeah.
whole range every day, morning and night, because it doesn't have a night and a morning range. A lot of our skin does a lot of repairs at night. But because this range is so good at controlling the oils in our skin that you're not overly oily, like Susie has said, it is fantastic. I have my skin is very oily. So I battle with breakouts and that. And it's the only way I can control when it's hot to stop that extra oils, or when I'm sick and I'm dehydrated, my skin like full on looks like an oil pit. And that's the best way to control it. Because of the jojoba oil in there, it helps, just manages the skin, because jojoba oil is so good and full of omegas, vitamin A, D, E's. It really, you need it, the serum with the cream, because that moisturizer is a barrier cream. Like Susie said, it feels like silk on the skin. It feels like you're touching a newborn skin nearly. And you just want to rub it and
Fantastic.
touch it because it feels so
And
good.
you know, I think people with problem skin, because I have problem skin, oily combination skin, we worry about oil on our skin. And so we think, oh, the serum's going to make the
Yes, but
skin
then we
oily.
forget
My
about the
teenagers would say
dryness.
that.
Because
Yeah.
we got
So
combination skin, we're trying to fight the oil, but then our rest of our face gets dehydrated. So that's what's nice about this range. It does it everything. It's all skins. It suits every skin type.
Jules,
absolutely. That's
got to keep in mind, if you don't put that moisturizer on your face, your skin will try to create more oil to moisturize your face.
That's it, Susie. Because your skin's trying to produce more moisturizer, it produces more oils. And that's where we get the slickness from. So by midday, Jules, you might feel a bit oily or a bit grimy on the face, and that's because you're not adding that moisturizer.
yeah, I was talking about when I was a teenager, that's what I thought. And I think teenagers today think that as well. But the science behind it, which you've explained, man, I'm going to be using that moisturizer too. That thing about the jojoba oil, did you know that, Samora? Did
Which
you know
part?
that thing about the jojoba oil?
No.
That kind of opens up so that they can all go in there, like all the oils, all the goodness. So, all right, I'm aware of our time now. So I'm just going to flick us back to the sharing of the screen. Hopefully I can find it. Here it is. And share it. And we will just move down to the current slide. Tell me if this is working okay, everyone. And just haven't got the whole slide. So slideshow, current slide.
While you're sorting that, I just want to make a quick comment. I didn't even realize until I was hearing this whole class, because I'm not your girly, I never really used facial products, like I said, before doTERRA. And I'm not a native to Australia, and Australia is like really humid compared to where I grew up from. I'm from the States. And when I first arrived here, Veragé was the line that I was using. Now, to be honest, I use Veragé, and then I go back and forth between the all around and Veragé. And I'm just thinking back, and my skin will tend to be more oily, and I'll get, if I get too oily, which means I'm too dry or whatever, I'll get little pimples, and that never happened because I religiously use the facial care products. And the other thing that I was thinking of as you were speaking, Roxy, like taking care of our skin, even me not being so girly, I still understand the importance of it because, I mean, I do still want to look good. I mean, I'm 55. Things are starting to change and drop, and, gravity sets in, and whether it happens on the body or the face. And our skin is our biggest organ, and
Absolutely. Yeah.
often people, when they think about health and wellness, they think, oh, I have to go on a diet. I have to change my diet. But we forget that our skin is our biggest organ. And it's like, I am so excited to take better care of my skin now, so
Yeah.
thank you. I'm learning so much. Okay, go on.
So, well, we've come towards the end now. What I wanted to just mention, you mentioned the other collection, which is essential skincare collection. Now that would be another session altogether. But some people do interchange. But hopefully, what we've shown you today is, helping you to look at the Veragé collection as a whole system that you can use for your skincare, and it's an economical system. So this whole kit is $100, okay? $100. Now that's with your own personal doTERRA account, and it retails for, I think it's 130, which is still economical. So if you've joined us or you've clicked on this link today and you'd like to know more about this range or even purchase it, please make contact and we can help set up your online account with doTERRA. And having an online account with doTERRA is the best way to go because you can access the products at discounted prices. This is the best $100 you'll ever spend. How long does your skincare last? How long is everyone's skincare lasting? Like mine is 1 or 2 months.
Oh my gosh, it lasts forever.
Yeah. Yeah. So what about you, Roxy? How long does your skincare last?
And because I am to say not so politely, a product whore, I like to go through all different products because of my background. I sometimes have like 10 different serums I use, but since I've been using the Veragé range, it's just full. It's quick, it's easy, and because I've not been feeling well, it makes it so less complicated.
Yeah.
But
Okay, cool.
I go through products and I have like a whole Lazy Susan full of facial products, and it just sits here. I don't know how, oh, I'll show you. It's terrible, but it's a whole bunch of products. And I just, when I find something I like, I stick to it. But because our skin sometimes becomes so used to a product, it doesn't benefit as much. That's what I like about doTERRA. They have the other range. So when you get to that seasonal change, you can change it up for 3 months and then go back, so that your skin doesn't get too used to that one product so much. So you can alternate. So when you let acne breakouts and that, go to the other range. Enjoy it a bit during the colder seasons because that's when you break out less. With summer, is where we break out more, we're sweating more, the skin sticks to each other, so those dead skin cells stick. So unless you are getting rid of that nicely during the summer, with all that sweat, like I said, with spraying that liquid, and with makeup, same process with the skin in summer. And the best way to get rid of them is using the Veragé range. And winter, alternating with that other one, or during autumn when it's not so hot, go for that for 3 months and then go back. Just to give your skin time to not get used to it fully, or give it a break from something else.
Yeah, and I think we do that. Like we know our skin and we know what its needs, and sometimes we might switch between these two collections as well. So maybe that's why we hear people talking about the switch. Any final comments, ladies, before we end today?
I just want to say thank you so much. I seriously learned a lot, and Veragé is going to be part of my LRP this month. I really am grateful. Thank you, ladies.
No, thank you. I don't see it as an aged care range. I see it as an all-rounder range.
Oh, cool. That's good to hear. And because we were just going off the you know, what doTERRA says as well. But a lot of people do use the Veragé, and we heard Susie's teenager uses it. My teenagers use it, and teenagers don't lie. They use what works. Okay, so thanks everyone, and if you would like to purchase the product, please be in contact with one of us, and happy using the Veragé collection.
Bye.